just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? A bloke in a bar here with Kayo. I'm here with the man himself, Tim Tszyu. How you feeling, brother?
Yeah, everything's good.
Now, look, I've got to get this out of the way, but I've had this strong urge to start shadowboxing, but I feel like it's an inappropriate place and I need your permission. Can I just do a quick little shadowbox? I have your permission?
Bro, no judgment.
Oh, that felt good.
Yeah,
that
nice,
felt good, brother.
nice,
That felt good.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Mate, look, watching you this week, it honestly looks like you're a kid in a candy store. You look like you're really enjoying it, but also obviously staying focused. How's the week been for you?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. At home, life is as usual. We're in training camp. We've got a family environment back home. Good vibe, good, plenty of laughter, you know. It's good, it's good. I'm in a happy place.
Now, a lot of people are talking about, Fundora, he's quite tall, all that. But not many people are talking about his boxing skill set. They're talking about his physical attributes.
Yeah.
His boxing skill set, do you think that's going to pose a challenge for you over the 12 rounds, or do you think that it's a level below?
I think that's his biggest strength is his height and his reach and what he does with those shots. It's sort of like a bullying tactic, like when you got that type of approach. If he's shorter, would he have reached the same type of heights? That's the question to be asked. Hopefully I can expose him and show that this fight is all about boxing skills.
Yeah. And for yourself, what do you think in your game has improved the most over this camp?
Just comfort, man.
Yeah.
I just feel relaxed and zoned in, and I'm not taking it too seriously. It is what it is. So it's like another day in the office.
You do the hard work. It's when the hard work is done, there's not really much else to do.
Exactly. I don't feel pressure. I feel like, I don't know, right now it's like I'm floating right now, and I can't wait to strike.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Now, look, the rugby league community has sent me over as their champion. Now, don't bash me, but I need to know who is your rugby league team? That's the question they sent me over to get the answer
look,
for.
I've been going for the Bunnies for a long time, but what is it, three losses now?
It's a tough
Come
start.
on,
Let's
boys,
just put it that way.
Come on, boys. I'm on the verge of swapping now.
Oh, no. Headline tomorrow. Club in crisis. Tim Tszyu's leaving. Hey, look, the Broncos, if you want to come to the Broncos, you can come to the Broncos.
I like the Broncos.
Okay.
They're good boys.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, Bunnies.
Now, look, the media's been talking about, like, what's next? Is that something that's crossed your mind, or is it like, nah, that's just completely shut out, I'm focused on Fundora?
Nah, solely focused. That's how I always am. I let the managers, promoters all do all of that in the background.
Sweet, mate. Good luck on the weekend.
Appreciate it, brother.
Such a good.
Nice to see ya.
It's such a good setup. Such a good setup.
Yeah, thank you.
What's going on, guys? Bloke in a bar here with Kayo. I'm here with the big fella, Sebastian Fundora. How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good. Nice press conference right now. Tomorrow's weigh-in and Saturday's fight night, so we're ready.
Now, you actually sat on a panel with Timmy quite a while ago, didn't you, in Vegas?
Yes.
At that time, was there always in your mind that you would like to fight Tim Tszyu?
Of course. I had, before even this event, we had a couple conversations, me and his manager and his team. And we always talk about, yes, this is a fight that we would want. We both mutual on that agreement, and it came a little sooner than we thought. But, hey, this is for a great opportunity for both of us. 2 titles on the line.
Oh, mate, huge fight. Now, I was watching a podcast when the fight got announced that you would be fighting Timmy, and you said that this camp has been about fighting smart. What did you mean by that? Is that you're going to fight in a bit of range, or is it going to, work on your inside fighting? What did you mean by that?
Just using my brain, whatever I'm comfortable with. Of course, that with that last fight, I made a mistake. I dropped my hand. Those are big no-nos in boxing. It's just keeping focus the whole time.
Yeah, okay.
Keeping focus the whole time, because in this sport, if you make a mistake, you can actually die from it. So it's something I can't be messing around with anymore.
And fighting Tim, now the last guy you're supposed to fight, similar-ish style, but obviously Timmy is probably a level above. What adjustments have you made in the last couple of weeks for Tim?
We kept the camp the same.
Yeah,
we kept the camp the same because they are similar in a way. The only difference is Tim Tszyu, he has more experience and he's a shorter fighter. But other than that, I think the camp we've been doing is more than ready, more than good enough for the fight coming up.
And what do you feel that you're going to bring to the fight that will basically give you the edge over Timmy?
Using my brain. I think I'm a smart fighter, and it's going to show on Saturday night.
And I've got to ask you this last question. Have you been to Australia?
I haven't been to Australia, but it's funny. I was talking to his manager yesterday, Tim Tszyu's manager, and he's telling us about all of Australia and how everybody lives along the coast.
Yep.
And the inside, it's all desert and too hot, and you need sunscreen. I might check it out.
Mate, you got to come out.
Check it out.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, mate. Thank you. What is up, guys? Bloke in a bar here with Kayo. It's felt weird saying bloke in a bar. It's actually Beak. But anyway, I'm here with the big, gorgeous George. I tell you what, gorgeous George, you've been strutting around here.
This is what you've got to do in Vegas, you get your strut on. I think I'm 2 centimetres taller, not tall. I'm 2 centimetres taller. I've got a spring in my step. You just feel better in Vegas. You've got to work it.
What happened to the battler from Australia, mate? You just walking around here with the shoulders back like you own the joint.
I'm not the battler in business. I'm not the battler in business. And while KO might have wine dined and 69 you, I only got the wine. I didn't get any further than that.
Did you come over on a private jet? That's what I was hearing.
No, it was different.
Mate, the energy here is incredible. Like the buzz around town, the advertising, everything is great. What's the feeling been like all week?
It's building. It's building. Every day is building. Like when we rolled up, there was the signage and that was everywhere. Like it was cool to see Tim's name in the big bright lights.
So crazy.
On their massive billboards on the way in, and then you feel the buzz growing. And every day I see more and more Aussies floating around, and there's a really good energy building. I thought today was great. There's a lot of energy in here and outside. A heap of people who couldn't even get in. So it's only going to keep going. Yeah.
And have you seen a difference at all in Tim? Like watching videos for me, there does seem to be a difference in focus, but also almost a glee in enjoying the moment.
Oh, he is. He's absolutely enjoying the moment. He's said a few times this was his childhood dream to fight in Vegas. Not only that, he's headlining. He's opening a new American TV deal. Like it's a huge moment for him, and the confidence that he's walking around with. Everything that he's done over the past few years has built to this point where he's ready to own this moment here, and he's owning every opportunity that he gets.
And, sometimes, me as a boxing fan, I'm very confident about a way a fight will go. As it gets closer, though, and then you see, for example, Fundora up there, and he looks fit, he looks imposing. What's the vibe been like between the two?
Look, it was interesting. I mean, just then at the face-off, Tim brought up the fact that Fundora was spotted eating burgers yesterday in the food court.
Wow.
He brought that up and just let him know that he knows there's a weakness in him. And so it was really interesting. But Fundora just maintained his pose. And, because he's got such a dominating height, it's like he really tries to use that to his advantage. And, but, I mean, Tim fears nothing. It's crazy. Like his focus, he knows that he's done the work. They've got a great strategy going into the fight. I think the scary thing for all of us, though, is that we're going to see Tim Tszyu get hit a lot more than we usually do.
Very true.
Tim's a master of staying in someone's face and always staying out of reach. In this case, you can't stay out of reach of this guy. So we will see him get hit a lot more. We're going to have to hold our breath early, but I've got every faith in Tim Tszyu getting this job done.
Now, I really did like the fact that Timmy was actually a bit upset about the fact that he didn't have both belts, or at least one of the belts in the middle and his belt on his side of the table. Talk to us about that.
Look, I love it, and I love that he called him out on it because it shouldn't have been there. They haven't earned it. He also made a great point that Brian Mendoza should have been the guy that fought for that belt in their last fight. They had a great fight, Mendoza and Tszyu. But at the time, Brian had just won the interim WBC world title off Fundora. So I agree 100%. That belt should have either been in the middle or, either way, it doesn't matter because it's coming home with us.
Absolutely.
End of the day, it's coming home with us.
Now, I know you don't like to look past fights, but the perfect storm has almost happened over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Thurman pulls out. Terence Crawford becomes a mandatory in the WBC, I think. WBO, yes. Apologies. And it's this perfect storm of the carrot at the end of the stick is like right there. Again, I know you don't like to look past, but we'd be crazy if as boxing fans, we're not actually thinking about that.
Yeah, and look, my job as a promoter is I have to be looking past. I have to look at the next 3 steps at least. So for me, another thing just popped up in the last 2 hours is that Errol Spence tweeted that he's coming to Vegas. He's on his way to Vegas to watch the fight, and he wants the winner.
Wow.
So he's stated that already on Twitter, on X. And then you've got Crawford, obviously, who wants to come up, who wants to activate the mandatory. So there's 2 great fights there that are looming on the back of this. And at this weight, they're the two biggest names. They're the two biggest names. They're the names that are they'll fill this joint out even more than what we've got it right now. So if that opportunity presents itself, whoever's there first, we'll take them.
And the really good thing about this fight is you want to watch it because, everyone will watch that big fight of the Terence Crawford or Errol Spence, but this is the step before the greatness, if you know what I mean. Like, this is greatness, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there's another step after that, and you want to be there for the moment that he was almost. It was almost the last step towards putting his name on the literal tippity top. Terence Crawford, pound for pound.
Yeah.
He's a pound for pound fighter.
Yeah. So when Tim knocks off Terence Crawford, Tim then becomes that guy. Tim becomes the Terence Crawford. He becomes the Canelo Alvarez, the Gervonta Davis, the guy who sits at the top, who gets to pick the fights that come to him. And that's the opportunity that's right around the corner for him. But everything's on the line for this on the weekend. Like against such a tough opponent in Fundora. Like everything is literally on the line. You speak of what's just around the corner. That's fame, that's money, that's legacy.
Yeah.
He talked about the Tszyu family legacy, and once you knock off the number one pound for pound guy, that's pushing your family's name right there to the top.
Now, okay, Timmy Tszyu, incredible. It's an incredible week. Love seeing his face everywhere. But you got to be pretty no limit. Just seeing it all, like, imagine a young fella over here seeing your promotion, your co-promotion in Vegas headlining.
Oh man, it's a huge moment for us. We've got and we're a family business. We're family people. We've got about 100 relatives that have travelled over just for us, to support us too. Like, we all love Timmy Tszyu. We all love our fighters. But I'm so grateful that we've got the support of our own family travelling with us too. Everyone's here. They're all in their Tim Tszyu shirts or their No Limit shirts, and they're all supporting this journey too. So I'm grateful that we are doing this, that we do have this opportunity, and I do hope that there's people that do get to see what we're achieving here, and I do hope that it inspires the next generation of entrepreneurs or sports administrators, whatever they, kids, whatever they want to do when they grow up.
Mate, thank you so much, and good luck Sunday.
Thank you.
Saturday here.
Sunday at home.
Apologies.
I heard everything's deadly in Australia.
Everything's deadly? Not me, trust me.
You're not?
No, these hands are not deadly.
Oh, no. I heard everything deadly.
Man, I heard that you are a fan of the Gold Coast in Australia, correct?
I might need to go there.
I'm from the Gold Coast.
Yeah?
And that kit you're wearing, it would go perfectly on the Gold Coast.
Really?
Yeah.
You think my chances are pretty high?
I think they're extremely high, to be honest.
Oh,
How you feeling?
Hey, you're not trying to tell me to go over there now, are you?
How you feeling? Such a big fight coming up this weekend. How you feeling heading into it?
I'm very feel.
Yeah, what?
I'm very feel right now, yeah.
Okay. Now, Cruz, he's a pressure fighter. Have you in your camp? Have you prepared in a unique way compared to your other fighters to fight off the back foot, or are you going to meet him in the middle there in exchange?
Dude, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I could go to LA, pay $100 and find somebody that looks just like Pitbull Coogan
So we think it's an easy dub then. Easy dub.
Nothing in life's easy, except for this fight.
Okay. So if it's going to be easy, what's the prediction for you?
30-40.
30-40?
Yeah, about 30-40.
Wow, okay. And if you are to win, when you win, what's the plan next after? Is it a Garcia fight? Is it, who is it next for you?
I want Errol Spence Jr.
You want Spence Jr.?
I've been calling him out for like 3 years.
Okay. And he just parted from his trainer, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think that they had a, some things get complicated,
Yeah.
And sometimes you get heartbroken, and things got to go their way, it takes some time to get over stuff like that, So.
Prediction: Tim Tszyu, Fundora. Who you got?
That's a good fight. Like I said, I know if I don't take Tim Tszyu, they're gonna beat the hell out of me right now.
No. We like honest opinions.
I think it's a difficult fight for both fighters, but I think the opponent change at the end is
I mean, like I said, Tim Tszyu's honestly fighting some dude that has cheat codes for his weight class.
Yeah.
Because the dude's like so tall. So, I mean, shit. Like I said, that's a hard fight to predict. Now if it was like they both had like solid camps
Yep.
the whole time, but Fundora was getting ready for somebody like Tim Tszyu. That Russian dude, is aggressive, come forward fighter.
Yep.
So, like I said, and now you're switching on up with Tim Tszyu, who's getting ready for Keith Thurman, who's a short southpaw, who boxes. Fundora's tall. A short orthodox boxer. Fundora is a tall southpaw that
Yep.
comes forward. Like nonstop. So with a very high output. Like I said, it's a completely different style matchup, and you got it on the 12 days notice or something.
Yep.
Dude, how much sparring did he really get for that? I mean, and then last week you're not sparring many rounds. You're only sparring 4 or 6. So let's say he got 3 sparring sessions for somebody like that. If they were able to expedite an opponent,
Yep.
it would say massive for Tim Tszyu if he comes out victorious with Fundora. So, like I said, I mean, it's going to be a great fight. I know everyone should tune into that fight. I know that for a fact. And I'm excited for, like I said, I'm going to be there watching, after my fight, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to, I'm going to get dressed and I'm going to go over there. I'm going to watch that shit front row.
Oh, I appreciate it, Malik. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man. We've got Nikita Tszyu here, the younger brother of Tim Tszyu, but you all know him as the bloke. You almost look. I need to ask you before we get started this: where are the bodies buried?
Secret. It's a secret,
Mate. All jokes aside, what I love about obviously you're an engineer, correct?
Architect by trade.
You're architect by trade. What I love about like your whole rise is that you came in as such an unassuming boxer, but in the ring, it's almost like you completely changed character. Obviously you're the same person, but is there a switch that you flip when you get into the ring?
My friends call me a bit of a psycho. I have psychotic traits. So my friends and family are on the lookout for any kind of serial killer moments in my future. So if I do anything a little bit crazy in the future, I apologize. It wasn't my intentions.
Now, mate, getting into boxing. You got into boxing a little bit later than Timmy did?
No, well, I actually started boxing at 14,
Yep.
and I continued until I was 17.
And then you took
I
some time away.
stopped to finish my schooling.
Yep.
Then I had a 8-year pause while I was finishing my university degrees, and then I just came back 2 years ago, 3 years ago now.
Yep. And for yourself, where do you feel you're at in your boxing career? Because watching Tim, his progression, it's been incredible. Like I've watched it essentially from the start, not the start. Where do you think you're at right now in your career?
I've described my first year as being a toddler.
Yep.
The second year as just like an infant that just learned how to walk. And this third year, I feel like I've learned how to run, but I still keep tripping over myself every now and then.
Yep.
But there's a lot more to improve on.
And your fighting style, you love to exchange. Like you enjoy the contact, you enjoy sitting in the pocket. Is that something that you will tweak going forward? Is that when you say you trip, is that what you're talking about, or are there other parts of your boxing?
Yeah, kind of. But I was always brought up with an older brother and an older cousin that would beat on me. So I'm always just used to, it's like second nature to get into like scraps.
Yeah, I can imagine. Actually, you know what? I can't imagine because.
And with a brother like Tim, I
was about to say, I cannot imagine. Mate, going forward for you, who's the next fight? There's been a few people that have been tossed up, then they go out, they lose, and there's obviously other people that
had injuries.
Injuries, but also. You're a really hard fight for more established boxers because they might say, well, it's a big risk for me, and it's a fight that if you're going into it, it's a dog fight. So is it hard for you to find fights in Australia at the moment?
I don't really focus on trying to find fights.
Okay.
It's all management, really, and my promoters are no limit.
Yep.
My real job is to just keep training, and I don't even know who the final opponent's going to be, but whoever it is, I'll be ready.
Yeah. And being the younger brother of Timmy, seeing him up there and just hearing him talk about it, even just from a fan's perspective, just the journey to where he is right now. He's going to be the first card on Amazon Prime. It's the vibe here is absolutely immaculate. It's incredible. But as a younger brother, what's it like to see your older brother do this?
Just so proud.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps with the words that he was saying.
Yeah.
When I think he said something about David and Goliath repeating history.
Yep.
I felt tingles go through my whole body, and he's living up to the moment, and this is his time. Everything that he's saying is going to happen, and yeah, super excited to.
Is this the most zoned in you've seen him?
Yeah, he's like a dog with a scent, and he's got his eyes on what he needs to get.
Yeah. Mate, I cannot wait till tomorrow. Now, are your predictions, man?
Not really, but I've been saying it in the last couple of days that I feel that he's going to knock him out like pretty early as well.
Are we talking body shot? Are we talking overhand right?
Yeah, I see it with like a shot right to the chin, and I just keep imagining Fundora just collapsing on the floor, just knocked out cold.
Well, wow. That's a graphic image. That's a graphic image, mate. And for all the fans, when is your next fight? Do you know yet?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I don't want to get any. I don't want to upset any of my the businessmen.
I'll patch things up with the Rose brothers. I'll patch things up for you.
Can we bleep it?
Yeah, you know what? We can.
Sign up. But.
Do you have any idea? You don't have to say who the opponent is, but do you have an idea of who the opponent might be?
Let's say Orthodox.
Orthodox, okay. And also, do you still see...
Not much to work with, though.
Yeah, Orthodox. Thanks, bro.
That rules out 77% of the people.
Do you still see yourself as an architect?
Kind of, yeah. I still do sketches here and there.
Yeah.
I still like to draw. I'm always planning on my future house. I'm going to design it myself, build it myself.
Well, I tell you what, if he wins this fight and he gets the next fight with Terence Crawford, surely you're designing the house that he buys with the money he makes, mate. Just throwing it out there.
Maybe.
Mate, thank you so much for coming on, brother. Appreciate it.
Much.
And good luck in the next fight.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Bloke in a Bar here with Kayo, live from Vegas. Tim Tszyu versus Fundora. And I'm here with Cameron Smith. How you going, brother?
Not the first time I've heard that one.
You know what? I do a show with Smithy every week, and I didn't know he loved boxing this much.
I wish I had his coin.
Oh, mate, he owns half the Gold Coast. He seriously does. No, Gavin Badger, so good. Mate, I just walked in. I didn't know you were such an avid boxing fan.
Oh, yeah, mate. Love the sport. Sort of as a kid, I grew up around Newtown PCYC.
Yep.
And some of the the best boxers this country's ever seen. Sort of were training there. Jeff Fennick, Jeff Harding, sort of Pete Matreski. So I sort of grew up watching those, and I fell in love with the sport.
Now, what have you been to many fight weeks?
Not over here. I've been to a couple. I've been lucky enough to see a fight at Madison Square Garden, and I've been lucky enough to go to Atlantic City and watch a fight down there. So, a lot at home though.
Yep. I know. I have to ask this. As a ref, who's the one bloke you wanted to punch the most?
Probably the one bloke I wanted to punch the most would have been the worst mistake I ever made in my life, because it was Jared Hargraves. He would have killed me. And I only say that, I actually really love Jared. Like, he's a really good fella, but on the field for some reason we clashed a bit. So I reckon if I threw one at him, I'd be in a bit of trouble.
Oh, man. Now, who was the best player that just had the ability to just calm the situation down and just get those few extra seconds from you that you normally wouldn't want to give?
We used to call Steve Price
really?
the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh, really?
Because Pricey would be able to come to you and come with something that made no sense, but he got his team a breather.
Oh, that's great stuff. Now, Timmy Tszyu versus Fundora. Where do you see Timmy having the edge, if you do see Timmy having the edge?
I think power. I think definitely, body shots will be the go, obviously, with the height of Fundora. It's going to be pretty difficult to, get those headshots in. So I think if Tim works really hard and on the body and just breaks him down, I think that's where it'll be won. And
are you a proponent of, if he wins this fight, he should immediately fight Terence Crawford, or where's your head with that?
Yeah, well, obviously Crawford's the money fight, right? And it's the, you want to continue to fight in Vegas, you've got to fight the big names. And that's probably the one. And I reckon Tim's got the ability, to match it and beat him. So, I'd love that.
Now, also, who's going to win the premiership this year?
Who's going to win? South.
South?
Yeah.
You're still backing him in?
I have to say that because I work there. It's a much better footy side than where they're sitting on the ladder. And, once it clicks, and we saw that last year, one of the best footy teams running around.
Man, it's funny. We always remember the times where teams were going really well, and then they started going really poorly, and we remember the fact that the year changed so quickly for them, but we never remember the times where they started really poorly and then go really well.
Yeah, so hopefully that's what happens, right?
Exactly. 2014, I think they lost their first three.
Yeah.
So who knows? It's a long season. Favourite boxer of all time?
Probably my favourite. It's got to be Ali. I've got an Ali tat on my calf,
really?
so it'd be pretty silly not to say Ali, but I could sit here and talk.
It's funny you say that. A lot of people say I look like Ali on the Pats. That's what they say.
I can see that.
Mate, thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Thank
Absolute
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.